Japan get ready for another crack at the big prize. Will they get the win they need to get their campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Well, this, of course, a venue that needs no introduction. To many around the world, simply the home of football. So off we go then.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers, He can run and beat defenders. We've seen that all so often. And he can get from box to box if needed.
Yeah, well, he does have an extraordinary work rate and... Oh, smashing header! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Shoots! Oh, he's burst through, and he shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Vitinha. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Azar.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Kuyt. Van Nistelrooy. Donadoni! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Donadoni clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Raul. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. A probing pass. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, important interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Does well to stand firm and defend it. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Zanetti. Almost half an hour in now. And it's Kuyt. Pass is just off target. And now the breakaway. Now it's Vitinha. Donadoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Has a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
And he cuts out the supply. Vitinha, Valverde, and here's Raul.
Japan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Van Nistelrooy, that's a nicely shaped ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely shaped ball. Harrison gets over and intercepts. And it's Kuyt. Azar. Driving forward. Kuyt has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Elects to cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Not the most accurate pass. Donatoni. Kuyt. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. And there's the goal they've been looking for. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
There will be 1 minute at a
So
time.
that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And there is the half-time whistle. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Substitution for Japan, number 27, Morgan Rogers. Number 5,
And we're underway again.
coming on the field.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Zanetti. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Donatoni. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Zanetti. Turns and goes back. And he's had a hit. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Rijkaard. Played into space. And that's a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Japan have their third corner. There's the header! No, not the best of headers. Japan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
No way through there. Donatoni. That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well timed, excellent interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
So we've reached the hour mark. It's a throw-in. Now that's a lovely exchange. Hit into the middle. And it's made its way to him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Aimed beyond the defence. Japan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Baresi. Oh, this looks sharp. Raul looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Raul. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Substitution for Japan. Number 21. Coming on the field is number 32, Tevez.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. Oh, it's come loose. He's going for goal. Just off target.
Sané usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Japan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Defending here is really tight. Zanetti delivers.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
Eze tries to play it through. Nicely weighted ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And Messi! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Kuyt, spread out to the left. No, that's been intercepted.
Monterey Bay have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Vitinha. Eze. Threads one in. Moved on forwards. And the counter is on. And here's Kuyt. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Sané tries to thread one through. He's through here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And a chance! That has been cut short. Tries to pass it through. He's picked his way through. Oh, that's a brilliant save! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Tevez. He's having a go! Lacking in accuracy. And that's it. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. Japan have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I think a lot's going to be expected of this guy, Rasmus Højlund. I think he's got the heart for it. And you need that if you really want to improve.
Torres! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Lobotka, spread out to the left. Spinazzola. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Thinks one through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Elmas, pass somewhat off target. Now it's Tevez. Over to the left. Pedri. Little pass back.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too. That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Elmas. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Aimed in towards the centre. Cleared away.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Has a look and place it forward. Tevez. It's a really well-measured ball. And they've got a throw. Looking to go deep. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Szoboszlai gets into some space. Great chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Pedri. Oh, that's nice. Crosses it in, climbs up big! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Elmas. Lobotka. Juan. It's Lobotka. Out to the right. Now, can they get him away? Chance to deliver. It's in! There is the breakthrough!
Goal! After 29 minutes is number 27.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Decent chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Spinazzola. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Elmas. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard. Japan finding their passes. It's a searching pass. And this is Tevez!
Japan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Elmas. Lobotka. Passing is crisp and sharp. Spinazzola. And it's Lobotka. Spinazzola has it out wide and in space. Pedri tries to clear. Marquinhos producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Torres. Buongiorno. And it's Spinazzola. It's Lobotka. Politano.
There will be 1 minute.
There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Robertson. Tevez. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
Here we go again then.
Japan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Knocks it into space. Out of play for a goal kick. Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners.
And Tevez! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Elmas. That's a good ball out wide. Rijkaard. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Pedri. Robertson. De Bruyne. Pedri receives it in a wide position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Politano. In with the challenge. Now it's Tevez. Now it's Torres. Nicely weighted ball. And he's straight offside. Now it's Torres. Pedri tries to pass it through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Japan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Cross needs to be good. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Pedri. De Bruyne. And it's Robertson. That has been slung wide. Ah, that's a fine interception. Politano. Elmas. Now it's Højlund. Played out to the left flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's out for a goal kick. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Substitution in progress. Koundé making good progress on the right-hand side. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Tevez. He can get that clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Substitution for Japan. Number 32.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Number 7, Pedri.
Right card!
Number 18.
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Number 9, Bellingham.
Di Lorenzo picks it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Højlund's cross.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Distributed tidily. Di Lorenzo in acres of space out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
In again. And that's the keeper's ball. Aimed beyond the defence. De Bruyne crosses it in.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And it's lofted through here. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Marquinhos. And here's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that's an excellent interception. We are into stoppage time. Looking to play him in. Di Lorenzo gets into a good position. Showing good feet. Di Lorenzo. And it's played in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Opts to play it back. And that is that. Quite a game. Jim, what are you thinking?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and
co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
The latest travel information is currently being displayed.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Barcola plays a sharp little ball here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Threads one in. Kvaratskhelia. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Robertson, and it's Fernando Torres. Oh, he's following up! He has done it! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Japan are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
De Bruyne, Robertson, and it's Robertson. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he spark a counter here? 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. Played into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Kvaratskhelia really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released...
And a chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Vitinha. Oh, good spread. Lee Kang-in. And Hakimi. Lee Kang-in gets into some space. Tevez plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Pedri could try cutting inside here. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Punched away, gives it back,
and now they've got a chance to start again.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Koundé cuts out the pass. Szoboszlai plays it through. He's in plenty of space here.
That's good defensive concentration.
Lee Kang-in. Over to the left. Kvaratskhelia. Gets a good foot in there. And it's Fernando Torres. Zabani. Now Hernandez. Zaire Emery. It's a really well-measured ball. Van Dijk gets it clear. Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again. And here's Barcola. Marquinhos. De Bruyne.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
De Bruyne, played out to the right. Vitinha gets good distance on it. And it's Marquinhos. That'll be a throw-in. He's looking wide. Kvaratskhelia. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And this is Tevez. Pacho gets over and intercepts. Barcola. Barcola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's made its way to him. Tevez. Tevez puts his foot on the gas. Now it's Szoboszlai. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Lee Kang-in. And it's Hakimi. And he was quick to react.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Szoboszlai. He's being urged to shoot. And it's corner. And the keeper beats it away. Deftly away. Looking for the run. And this is De Bruyne. Tries to cross.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barcola. And the half-time whistle goes. So your views on the first half?
Japan really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Japan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion.
Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs sur le terrain.
And we're underway again. Torres receives it in a good position here. Real chance! And that is wildly off target.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Hakimi. That is ended up in no man's land.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. De Bruyne. Koundé. Vitinha. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Barcola. Now it's Zaire Emery. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
De Bruyne. It's Pedri. Szoboszlai. Hernandez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against them here.
Japan, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Fernando Torres. It's a good... He gets big! Against the crossbar! In one... Climbs up big! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Pacho. Hernandez. Here's Vitinha. And it's Zaire Emery. And Hakimi. Now it's Tevez. He's on it, can he get away? Hernandez spots it and intercepts. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Szoboszlai. De Bruyne. And no, that was never going to make it. Barcola. That has been slung wide. And here's Barcola. Pedri. Now it's Torres. Szoboszlai. Rijkaard. Szoboszlai has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Barcola. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Torres. And it's Robertson. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Lee Kang-in. Now it's Barcola. Into the last quarter of an hour. Played back. This looks promising. So much. Szoboszlai! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 29.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 9. Le numéro 14.
Pacho.
Le numéro 10.
And it's Zaire Emery. Now Hernandez. And it's Vitinha. Dembele. Pedri. Great ball if he can get there. Shapes to shoot! Japan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Gonzalo Ramos. And it's Zaire Emery. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mbappe. Haaland. Pedri. He's in a great position. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Dembele. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
1 minute to add, according to the board. And that is that. Japan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Japan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Je vous remercie.